Good morning and welcome to the morning show on this Tuesday. I'm Marshall Shore.
I'm Melissa Farley, and we're here
at the fabulous Arizona Center. And you know, okay, so we don't have tacos, but there is another surprise I hear coming.
So the giant tomato?
I know. I was thinking, what was the clown movie with the red balloon?
It?
Yeah.
No, you don't look it-ish. You look
okay.
tomato-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
So
we're having I think we're fine. We had some gremlins in the studio today that had a weird start. So I just want to remind all of you, if you're having a weird day, an off day, it's okay. Not every day can be perfect. Just try to find the joy and gratitude in the simple things and carry on like we're doing.
That's right. And though we don't have tacos, we have another surprise.
Is it better than tacos? That's all I want to know.
It's different than tacos.
Okay then. Thanks for your specificity on that. Look forward to a non-taco treat.
Well, I didn't say treat.
Oh, damn it. What are you doing to me? I have lost all trust and faith in you since you brought in those tahine snack things.
Oh, no, at least I'm being honest. I mean, some of them might be a treat.
Okay.
So.
All right. I'll take it. Is it time for my favorite thing in the whole wide world?
It is indeed. I'm surprised you even mentioned it.
I just want to get it over with.
Kind of like a Band-Aid, just ripping it off. So, all right. Stringent is our word of the day. It's an adjective meaning tight, constricted, marked by rigor, strictness, or severity, especially with regard to rule or standard. Okay, their sentence is new employees will receive extensive training in the plant's stringent safety procedures.
Okay, I get that one.
Yeah, and because we're not stringent here.
No, I can be stringent. I can be stringent.
Oh, I think we all can be stringent, but just...
According to Kenyatta, that's like my fallback default modus operandi, I guess, is to become stringent. So let's see. I'm trying to think how to use that during the show.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
I have no doubt.
Why? I know. Why am I so obsessed about it already?
I know,
like,
as opposed to astringent, which
what
is...
What is the word? What do I do with it?
Right.
Okay.
Well, you know, it'll just appear naturally when it needs to.
I use a astringent every day on my face.
Well, exactly. I was going to say, it's not a beauty thing.
No.
And so...
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break and stop rambling about the word stringent. And we have
We're going to be stringent about our stringent?
We are. We're going to be stringent about our use of the word stringent. We're going to take that break and come back at you with our very first guest. It's going to be awesome.
Woohoo! Good morning and welcome back to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at the
fabulous Arizona Center.
And we are so excited. We are joined today by Daniela. She is the founder of Freeway. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So what is Freeway?
So freewayphoenix.com is really an activation conduit for the desert, for the Phoenix entrepreneurial ecosystem. So we're really focused on working with startups to help connect them from innovation to opportunity. Okay. So we're working with cities. City of Phoenix is one of our big partners. We're really a public-private type of initiative that really wants to help cultivate and grow the startup ecosystem here with a lot of the talent that we have, the innovation, the tech, and start telling the Arizona story in a way where people can really understand the innovation of what's happening here outside of Arizona.
So that sounds super cool and complex, but I'm like a real life kind of girl. Can you give me kind of an example of what you've done and kind of the impact you've had here?
Absolutely. So my background was I co-founded a tech company back in 2013 in the moving and relocation industry. Okay. If you've moved before, you know that moving sucks. Right?
I sure do.
Yeah. It does.
So we were really focused on digitizing entering that industry. So we had an app where instead of a mover coming into your home, you can scan all of your items and get everything processed, weight, cubic feet, and just get a price and not have to talk to a mover until they show up on that day.
Interesting. Okay.
So I had this really incredible experience for about 6 years. I was living in Arizona, but then I moved to Northern California, and then I moved to Miami. So I had an opportunity to see other entrepreneurial ecosystems and grew that company to Series B in venture capital world, right? About $100 million company. Separated from that organization and had a chance to come back to Arizona. And when I came back here, I met with as many founders, investors, universities to really find out, what are the access points that we have here to help founders take an industry like moving and help digitize it and tech enable it so that we can have more of the refined experiences and how we're, navigating as just, from a consumer standpoint, how we're consuming different products, services, and being able to support the founders who are inventing those products to be able to bring those into the commercial market.
Yeah. Now I'm going to ask you kind of an off-topic question, but it's just because I'm genuinely curious. I'm curious how many kind of founders or other women you see in the investment space, because I'll go to conferences all the time and they'll have a couple panels on investing or venture capitalism, and I'll be one of 4 people in the room. I'm just curious kind of how that environment feels for you.
Yes, this is a hot topic.
Yeah.
So only 2% of venture capital goes to women.
Okay.
Although 2%.
Oh.
Barely. I think it might be even 1 and change.
Okay.
However, the data shows that female-founded companies run the most profitable organizations.
Okay. I've heard some stats about that. Yeah.
Yes. So there's a huge disparage there, and there's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah.
I find myself very often as being just a handful of women in the room. So we have a lot of work to do there, but we also have, male allies who want to lean in to help create more of that. That type of inclusiveness.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of work to be done there. There's actually an organization that's working on female tech products. Okay. So Femtech Arizona, you're going to see that bubbling up into the ecosystem here as well, because we think that Arizona has, another opportunity there to just help grow some of the tech-enabled products in the female health world, and we have a lot of great female leadership in Arizona as well. So a lot of that coincides with, really being a hub for that type of work.
Yeah, that's great. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hear you've got a Tech Talent Summit coming up.
Yes.
Can you share a little bit about that?
Yes, absolutely. So this is on May 9th. We are basically modernizing career fairs. So if you've ever been to a career fair, there's a certain vibe that's there. I like to elevate that vibrancy, get the right people in the room, bring a lot of thought leadership into the space. So for this one, this is our 3rd one that we've done, and we're really focused on future-proofing your career and your startup. So obviously in the landscape that we're currently in with AI and a lot of things changing and a little bit of this downturn that we're in, there's a lot of challenges in market with job seekers trying to find a role, job seekers trying to break through into a startup tech job. So this event is 10 to 7, and it's going to be jam-packed with thought leaders from the Valley, CIOs from different organizations, CTOs. We'll have office hours for individuals to really meet with career coaches, marketing experts as well. And then the 3 p.m. segment, we will actually have employers do hiring presentations to talk about the jobs that they have.
Okay.
So we're going to have TSMC there.
Okay.
We're going to have Benchmark Electronics, Priv, Revolution Parts, and a bunch of different startups. So it's going to be a mix of enterprise and startups talking about the roles that they have and then having an opportunity to network. And it's just a way for us to get in the room and connect innovation to opportunity. And we have to bring in the human aspect of this, right? And you can send your resume somewhere, or you can meet someone in person. That's always better. So
I think this is so timely, because I do feel like AI has kind of upended a lot of people's typical routes and paths that they would take to find career opportunities. And so I think this is so important. I was reading about your event, and it also sounded like there was going to be a pitch fest.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Fun.
So I'm partnering up with my business partner, Chris Fox, who runs a Startup World Cup for Arizona.
Okay.
And it's an incredible opportunity. it is a global organization, so the Arizona Regional is happening also at the event. That happens from the 5 to 7 p.m. segment. So 10 startups will be selected as finalists. They'll be able to pitch their business to a panel of investors, Shark Tank style.
Okay.
And then the winner will have an opportunity to get a $100,000 safe note, so an investment from a local company here called Open Access Ventures.
Wow. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you kind of a strange question.
Sure.
You know, there are a lot of people that are just uncomfortable with the idea of getting investors. What would you say is the benefit to going that route?
Great question. So my previous life, I co-founded a company that we raised about $33 million together, and lots of learnings.
Yeah.
And I would say I would encourage people to find the strategic capital. So usually in the beginning stages, you have these friend and family rounds, you have angel investor rounds, and those can really be your pillar type of members of your team that can help to guide your next stages, right? So finding an investor is a very intimate type of relationship, right? So trusting yourself and knowing that you have a lot of alignment with values, you know, personally and professionally, I would say strongly encourage that. But if you can find the right person, they can really be a game changer for your business from a long-term standpoint. So I encourage people to lean in, but be very cautious on who you're selecting as your investor.
Yeah, solid
Well, and I
advice.
love that you're like blazing new trails while still like looking at the past. I mean, the fact like Motorola came here in the late 50s and was a game changer valley-wide. I mean, employing women in areas that women didn't normally work in.
Mm-hmm.
And so I love the idea that you're kind of, okay, here's this thing, how do we bring it now to a modern age with what's going on?
Exactly.
So playing up that Arizona has always been good for entrepreneurs.
Yes.
I mean, we've had so many young entrepreneurs starting things here that then went nationwide. And so just kind of playing on what's already here.
100%. It's a literal sandbox for innovation.
Yeah.
And I think it's funny, I was just talking to somebody from the city of Mesa and from the city of Gilbert, and they were talking about how Arizona has this reputation that still kind of lingers of like, we've got no major players here, like in the startup world or, you know, kind of in these specific industries. And that's just so not true. Like, that's just not an actual fact about our climate here. So I think it's important that you're kind of shedding a light on that.
100%. I will say, you know, and sitting in the room with founders, and it's a bit of that echo chamber of just like, how do we retain more of that talent here?
Right.
We've had a lot of great companies start here, but they haven't exited here.
Right.
And that's where I become a little obsessed, is how can we fuel our innovation economy by having those exits take place here?
Yeah.
And part of that is, as you're growing as a company, as a startup, we have to keep elevating our vibrancy and our profile here to want to stay and not be attracted to go to other coastal cities that maybe have an elevated profile or more access. So access is massive here.
Yeah, it's so interesting because I mean, it's across industry that we see that happen. Like my background was being an actor for 20 plus years, and that's the same thing with the film industry. It's like we raise up this incredible talent, and then as soon as they are solid enough to leave our market and go into other markets, they're out.
100%.
And so we're asking ourselves the same questions: how do we make this a viable, profitable market for them to stay and do the work at home?
Yes.
So yeah, these are very real.
Well,
things.
and growing it beyond just the tech, it's like, I mean, you've got TSMC, which has been a really great player with sister cities. I mean, there was just an amazing event where they brought in these puppeteers from China with their support.
Yeah.
So, and I think bringing in, and it's really allowing that sandbox to get bigger than we think it's this big, but it's so much bigger.
100%. Yes, and it's funny because there's a lot of individuals who are like, we need to do better, we need to do more. We've grown a lot, no doubt, and there's been so many incredible organizations that have laid the foundation from that. And the reality is we're only a 144-year-old state.
Right.
When you look at New York, that's 350 years old, like they've had a little bit of but we have an opportunity to do it in a sustainable, meaningful way.
For sure.
Right? So how do we take our pillars of innovation, the semiconductors and bioscience and health tech and clean tech, and really create this North Star type of narrative for what we're backing into and how we want to attract the right founders and funders to come here. So it's going to be fun to do the storytelling aspect. So events is like one major aspect of what we do, but also we have a dashboard on our website that will aggregate all of the information that's happening here. So investment activity, startups, investors, all of that's happening, so you can really feel the pulse of the ecosystem. That's where we want to see the activity grow.
Yeah. Well, why don't you share with folks how they can find out more information about Freeway and also about the event that's coming up?
Yes, absolutely. So you can visit freewayphx.com. Feel free to sign up for our newsletter. We send it every couple of weeks, so you'll find out about events, tech jobs, and other information of what's happening. And then May 9th at the Next Space in Scottsdale is when the 3rd Tech Talent Summit and Startup World Cup will be happening. So hope to see you there.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for being with us.
Absolutely.
And can't wait to see all the success that your event brings. And we will be taking a quick break. We'll be right back after this with things to do, some history.
And a surprise.
And Marshall's big surprise.
And good morning and welcome back to the morning show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at
the fabulous Arizona Center.
Woo, that was a good chat.
That was a great chat.
Yeah.
A lot of packed into a very tight space.
Yeah, for sure. And that event sounds like it's going to be pretty incredible, going to provide a lot of opportunities. So if that sounds like something that is a good fit for you, we hope that you'll check it out.
And if you do, let us know.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't done a pitch session like that. I feel like that's really high pressure. I don't know. We probably should do something like that at some point.
We probably should do something, or at least set up so we kind of have that backbone about just having that in our back pocket.
Yeah, I agree.
So.
Well, okay, we're.
And I love that we were able to work in a little bit of history.
I know. Well, you always work in a little bit of history.
I do. That's kind of my shtick.
And you know what? Right now, you don't even have to be like subtle about it. You can just talk about history.
Indeed. All right, so, I know last week we talked about the Grand Canyon.
We did.
And so, it's a topic again because it is the most visited tourist destination in all of Arizona. And in 1903, we had basically, the president was here for the first time before it was even a monument, before it was really to promote tourism.
You can really tell what president that is just by looking at the.
That's why I didn't say anything. I was like, I don't need to.
Yeah.
So, and it was really just kind of this idea of getting people to tour the American West because it was kind of a new thing back then. And so, I mean, this was 1903, not a state yet. It wasn't until 1908 became a national monument. A national park was 1919. So it really kind of helped set the stage for kind of what was coming.
Right.
And so, and help to create interest in infrastructure. Now, the famous quote that comes out of this is, "Leave it as it is. You cannot improve on it. The ages have been at work on it, and man can only mar it."
That is a beautiful quote.
So that is such a beautiful quote about the Grand Canyon. So, go up. You can, actually, if you book now, you probably can still get up there before school gets out, and then it's booked up for the entire summer.
I'm sure it's going to be packed this summer.
Right.
I mean, honestly, there are better kind of off-season times to go experience it, so you're not fighting off a bunch of people.
I love going up for New Year's.
That's cool.
It's a little chilly, and
we went up in December, and that was lovely.
Yeah. So I mean, you can go up all different times, and there's so many different ways to get there. You can take the train, you can drive.
Totally.
So, or you can just go on a tour. And
a 3-hour tour.
Well, exactly, and just kind of go up and spend the day, and then rush right back. I've got friends that have done that, and I'm like,
I don't like doing that. Take your time, enjoy it, and it's also cool to see it at well, maybe it's only cool for photographers who really appreciate light, but like it is pretty cool to see it at different times.
Well, because
the
I mean, the
day.
lighting of it does change.
Yeah.
I mean, and lighting is so important here. I mean, when you get that golden hour, it's spectacular.
You can do some really stunning like time lapses at night with the stars out
Right.
there. Yeah, it's definitely worth a trip.
Indeed it is. All right, so Grand Canyon, what are some other things we could be doing? Because I don't want to say go to the Grand Canyon right now. Anything local
Sure do
going
have
on?
All right, well, we've got vinyl night happening at the Sugar Bar in Chandler at 6 p.m.
To wear vinyl?
Not that kind of vinyl.
Oh,
no. You
okay.
can bring your own vinyl, as in record vinyl,
Oh.
to play, or just sit back and have a beer, enjoy some of their vinyls that they'll be spinning. It's funny, I just saw Kimber Lanning post about being a record store owner with stinkweeds, and I've just been really loving this resurgence of vinyl records into mainstream culture. I think that's really, really cool. So
I have some hideous records I can bring.
I'm sure you do. Yeah. I've got a record player. I've got a ton. Most of my stuff is like show tunes and like old.
Same things I bought just for the album cover,
Yeah.
knowing the music wasn't good.
I did that too. I bought a beautiful album cover that was like Cleopatra, all about Egypt. It was really cool. Okay, this is for me, nerds like me. Star Wars Trivia Night is happening at Snakes and Lattes at 7 p.m. So we just missed May the 4th be with you.
I was going to say, I'm like, May the Sith?
We could do Sith. Yeah, May the Sith be with you.
Yeah.
But they should have done that for the theme.
I'm surprised they did.
What a missed opportunity, Snakes and Lattes. Also, for somebody who doesn't really care about Star Wars, that was solid, Marshall. Appreciation. But yeah, you can test your knowledge of the galaxy far, far away. They're inviting folks to dress up, so you can throw on your Star Wars cosplay if you've got it, bring your Jedi or Sith squad, and battle it out for some prizes. So this is at 7 p.m. and the prices start at 10 p.m. but could go up to $60 depending on your team size. So just have everybody pitch in, make it a group thing. Theo's going to yell at my mic. Hold on, we're going to fix my mic because it's spinning again. I don't know. It's doing what it wants. It has a mind of its own today. We've also got, it's funny, we just had Daniela in talking about tech and the tech industry. We have another trivia night, and it's all about outdated technology at Scratch Pub and Grill in Mesa. You would be great at this one. Oh my gosh, Marshall, this has your name all over it.
But I don't think some of it's outdated. I think it's just maybe obscure.
No, I think it's out. I think there's some outdated technology out there. So you can boot up your system and dial up to Outdated Technology Trivia Night. If you can remember what life is like before touchscreens, then this trivia night is for you. See, you definitely remember what life is like before touchscreens. The top 3 teams will win a gift card, and there is no cover for this one, so you can come on down to Scratch Pub and Grill in Mesa.
Are they encouraging people to bring outdated tech? Because I have some I could bring.
You gonna bring a little wagon of all your?
I could bring
stuff?
a wagon of all kinds of fun things.
You really think you should have partnered on this one. You should have hosted this trivia night. We've got a game night going on at Dynamite Beer Co. in Phoenix at 6 p.m. So this is a fun-filled night featuring Survey Says and Music Bingo. These are 2 games that will be, just a really good time. Lots of laughter, some friendly competition. There's also tons of craft beer on hand, and it's 21 plus, no cover to attend, but you're going to want to bring some cash or your plastic for that craft beer, and it's from 6 to 8 p.m. So.
Or you could tap.
What is with you and tapping today?
Oh, that's a good point. I don't know. It's just like,
Although, to be fair, Marshall just taught me how to use Apple Pay on my phone, which shocked me that he knew how to do that and I didn't. But it's okay.
Which was very funny.
It was really funny. Because, you didn't even know how to turn on speakerphone on your call the other day. But Apple Pay, you were on top of that. All right.
Priorities.
And last but not least, we've got a curator talk, the photography of Jerry Jocka at the Heard Museum in Phoenix. This is a morning event. It's happening at 11:30 a.m. So this is a 30-minute talk.
Oh, that's right. I saw that's coming up. Oh,
Yep.
dang.
And it's with the Heard Museum Director of Research, Ann Marshall.
Yeah.
Any relation? No. That's her
No,
last
no, but
name.
it
I'm
looks
kidding.
really good. And so I was trying to figure out if I could make it.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be really fascinating.
Well, this is all going to be about the creative process behind the photography. This talk offers a unique opportunity to explore the artist's themes and techniques that shape the collection. So whether you're an art lover or just curious, you will definitely gain some new insights into Indigenous art. Like I said, this is from 11:30 a.m. to 12. It's $26 for adults. There's a discount for seniors and military. And of course, there's also special rates for tribal members or college students and that kind of thing. So, sorry, Marshall, you're stuck talking about it instead of going to it. So
I know.
I know. Womp womp. But because Marshall has prepared a special surprise for us, which I assume is tasting something gross.
Well, maybe not.
No? We don't know. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back after this for Marshall to torture me. And then we'll head
And good morning and welcome back on this Tuesday to the Morning Show. I'm Marshall Shore.
And I'm Melissa Farley. We're here at the
Fabulous Arizona Center. And though we don't have tacos, we have another treat. In just a moment, we'll talk about why we have a plethora of things in front of us. But let's talk about some things to celebrate. All right, so today is National Teacher Appreciation Day.
Yay, teachers!
Indeed. It's a day to show appreciation for teachers everywhere, and using this day to really say thank you for their time and their dedication to educating our children.
Y'all are doing God's work and are seriously underpaid, so thank you for what you do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, have you ever done something that was a mistake and actually turned out for the better?
I was like, no, usually I just fail pretty hard. No, yeah, I
Just
have.
fall over and just kind of lay there.
Yeah.
Going, what happens now?
I'm sure I have done that. Yeah.
So that is exactly what happened with today. So National Crepe Suzette Day.
Ooh.
So basically,
That was an accident? The crepe
It
Suzette
was.
an
And so
accident?
actually there was a young waiter who was making a treat for the Prince of Wales. He was making a crepe and basically wound up setting the sauce on fire by accident. And you would think it's like the burning dumpster thing would come true, but he tasted it and it was so good that it then became Crepe Suzette.
Well, there you go.
So that flambe seen across the globe was a mistake initially, and now not so much so. And so today is also Beverage Day.
Oh, here we go.
So from sun-ups to sips to nightcaps and nibbles, today is the day to celebrate everything in your glass. Coffee, tea, soda, juice. Some of these might be juice. Some of them might not be juice. We don't know. So, all right. So we are going to take a taste test of things.
Some of these I feel pretty good about, and some of them I don't. So the first one we're going to try is pink guava.
Ah, pink guava for the win.
Look at how pretty it is. It's
Wow,
a pretty
it
little
is.
pink.
Oh, that's a lot.
We don't have a palate cleanser. Okay, pink guava.
All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, I would drink that.
Yeah, no, I would too.
That's actually really yummy.
Yeah. And not extremely sweet.
I like guava.
Yeah.
Okay. We've also got, I don't think I'm going to like this one, sour sop, which looks like a pokey What are those called? Kiwis. Looks
Poke
like
kiwi
a
drink.
kiwi that turned into a porcupine.
Well, you know, it could be really good.
Okay.
We're about to find out.
Oh, that's a weird smell. Oh, I don't hate it.
No, it's almost like a really diluted lychee almost.
It is. Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so the name sounds scarier than it actually is.
Indeed. No, that's really quite tasty.
That is good. I still think I like the pink guava better. Okay, now we've got tamarind. Oh, that's funny. I thought this was bacon. I was like, tamarind bacon? Why? Why would you do that? Nope, that is just the tamarind. Oh, that was a color I was not expecting. All right. Here you go, Marshall.
All right. So cheers.
Cheers.
I don't know anything about what this one's going to taste like.
Oh, that smells like medicine. I'm not thrilled about this one.
It's very subtle.
I don't like I don't like the smell of it. Like,
Well, try holding your nose. Maybe it's better.
nope, I'm good. Ah. All right. Okay. Now we really do have bacon soda. Bacon soda? Baking soda. I sounded like I just had an accent.
I know, suddenly
Bacon soda.
It's baking soda. No, it's bacon soda.
Okay.
So I'm intrigued to see how much does it taste like bacon? And is that a good thing?
Are you okay drinking bacon soda
Well,
as a vegetarian?
It's artificially flavored.
Oh God, that smells nasty. That smells so bad.
I just smell burnt things. I haven't even tried it, but just a reaction. I'm like, oh my.
Can we get a dump bucket? Oh man. Okay.
It just tastes like charcoal.
It's gross. Oh. I hate every second of this. Okay, hold on.
Oh, can you grab that cup with the ghost
Don't
on it?
cheat. Don't cheat.
No, I'm saying we can
I know.
dump
Nope,
it
you
out.
gotta
'Cause
down
it's,
it.
it's not really that good.
Actually, you can because I keep putting trash in that ghost cup. So
Oh, we're just gonna throw it back. All right.
done. Did it. Nope, didn't like that. Okay, so this next one is some kind of strawberry.
Indeed.
And
Wow.
normally I really love the color pink, but for whatever reason, this is creeping me out a little bit.
Although I'm sure it does not taste like Pepto-Bismol.
Are you? Are you sure about that?
Well, I'm not sure, but it's kind of cloudy. It looks like dishwashing detergent. It smells like strawberry.
It does smell like strawberry. Hold on, I really want to burp after that bacon soda. Hold on.
Or do you mean wretch?
Can I do it?
Or do you mean I'm gonna stand over here because I don't? Okay. My fear was there was gonna be more than just
No,
air coming
I
out.
wasn't gonna
It's like,
vomit. But my body did not like that bacon soda. Okay, let me see.
Yeah, and for good reason.
That's very non-threatening. That's a non-threatening strawberry drink.
So like a non-offensive
Yeah.
strawberry drink. All right, and so next up is coconut soda.
Coco Rico. I like that name.
Well, that's exactly. That's why I was like
Rico.
Coco Rico. I love the little coconut on
I
it.
know,
It's
that's really cute.
It's very well designed. And it's fizzy, which is good.
Oh, I like that.
All I taste is sugar.
That's
And
probably
then-
why I like it.
And it's like a subtle hint of coconut.
I'm
It's
curious.
very, hello, I'm sugar. I'm sweet.
There is a lot of sugar in this. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. That's a fair assessment, Marshall. I'm excited about this one.
I know. I just love the fact that there's no English on the entire can.
But there is a picture of a watermelon, and I
Well, there
tend
is,
to love
yes.
watermelon.
So I'm assuming it's watermelon flavored. All right, and it's the color of, speaking of like outdated tech, mercurochrome. That stuff my mom used to put on cut.
Mercurochrome?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Is that an old school thing?
It is a very old school thing, but it's kind of that color. Oh, and it does taste like watermelon.
It does taste like watermelon.
Yeah. No, that's really good.
Yeah, I like that. I can't drink carbonated stuff anymore. Holy cow.
Oh.
Are you a soda drinker regularly?
Yeah. Well, I like bubble water.
Mm.
So.
Maybe I don't drink a whole lot of carbonated stuff.
Ah, so that's meaning you're a belch machine.
Yeah.
Ah.
Thanks, Marshall. Everyone's getting to see a whole new side of me. It's so lovely.
That's actually really good.
I know, but okay, I'm gonna burp again probably if I drink this whole thing. What is this molasses syrupy looking one?
Well, I don't. It says Curiosity Cola.
Great.
So I got it because I had no clue, other than the fact that there is a coyote or a wolf.
Dog?
I don't know.
Wolf?
So hopefully it's not that flavor.
Okay.
It's not flavored of one of those.
Dog of wet dog. It's like those Harry Potter jelly beans. Earwax.
Oh.
Booger bean. Don't pour a lot. That was a really generous pour for you. Okay. Ah!
Well, because it's curious.
Rude. Kind of just smells like RC Cola.
It does. It smells, which I haven't had RC Colas.
I know, what a weird thing that
I mean,
just
talk
came
about
out of my mouth.
outdated
RC
tech.
Cola.
I mean,
What is that flavor? What is that?
medicine?
Rubber? Did I just drink rubber?
I'm thinking it's medicine.
Ew. I don't like that one.
It's
Do
not
you?
No. And I like botanical things, but that's like the wrong side of botanical.
The aftertaste is
It's-
so
well-
weird.
Well, it's like root beer, but they use the wrong roots.
It's like coating my tongue. I don't like it. Okay, down you go. Down you go. Okay.
And then
This last one, Marshall actually broke a set piece trying to open
Oh,
it.
now you're like telling all the behind the scenes.
Because I wish we would have done that on camera. That would have been really funny.
Because this is one of those where it has a little marble that you've got to push down. And so we couldn't figure out how to push the marble down, so we kept whacking
Why does it have a marble?
Because that's how it, instead of doing like a pull tab, it's got a marble, and that's what seals it. So see the marble?
Yeah.
And so it was up there, so that way none of the...
What an odd design choice. We're going to steal it with a marble. That
And
sounds
so,
like a fun
but
idea.
we didn't have anything blue.
Is this blueberry? What is this? That looks like a blueberry on the front.
It
Oh, yeah,
does.
it is blueberry.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so,
Last one. So far, none of these have been like, well, no, I didn't like the bacon one.
nor the Curious Cola.
Oh, that smells yummy.
It's a great color.
But you know what? My brain keeps going, you're about to drink Windex. Don't do that.
Oh, I was thinking Tidy Bowl.
Or that. Either way, don't do that.
Yeah, exactly. Don't drink Tidy Bowl nor Windex. Our lawyers have told us to say that as we taste this soda.
That's disappointing. That's really disappointing.
It tastes like bad blueberry candy.
I like barely taste the blueberry. It mostly tastes like tonic water to me.
I'm getting more that it reminds me of like the fake banana flavor that's good, but there's like the fake blueberry flavor where you get more of the chemical taste than the blueberry taste. So,
Okay.
all right. So I think the winner is probably the watermelon.
I like the watermelon. I like these first two, actually. And this one was just safe.
that one's
safe.
Yeah.
Well, we've enjoyed tasting some beverages with you. We hope that you enjoy a good, tasty beverage today to celebrate the holiday.
Indeed, and go out and try something you've not experienced before,
Yeah.
and you might like it. You might be like, I want another can of that, or I don't even know what this says, but it's got a picture of watermelon, so we're hoping it's watermelon flavored.
That's
you
right.
never know. So,
All right. Well, if you have any events, things you'd like to celebrate, stuff you want us to
a
shout
soda,
out on the show.
or maybe you had a beverage that you tried because of today that you
Yeah.
enjoyed.
or you want to work with us, be a guest on the show, please shoot us an email at hello@onthemorningshow.com, or you hit us up on Instagram at onthemorningshow. We're going to be right back here with you tomorrow morning for Marshall's favorite hump day.
That's right, with a whole nother series of things to do, celebrate.
Oh, I thought you were going to say things to taste. I was like, really? We're doing this 2 days
Depending on
in
the
a
day,
row?
I don't know quite what tomorrow is.
All right.
There might be a surprise lurking.
Ooh, all right. Well, it's been so fun. We will be with you tomorrow morning. Have a great Tuesday.